What's up, guys? Welcome to the Red Tape Podcast. I'm your host, Demerious Nelson. This is brought to you by For the One Media. I just want to talk about success today. I think it's always important to talk about success. I know a lot of people want to achieve success or may not even think they have success currently in their life, but if you're living and you listen to this, regardless of what you went through, you're successful. All right? Now, I know there's different levels to success, and that's what we're all trying to get to. But I think one way we will not get there if we continue to villainize success in America. Success shouldn't be something to be villainized. Hey, so that's what we're going to discuss today. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I just want to know what you think. All right, hey, this is the Red Tape Podcast. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, it's always interesting on how people view success and how they feel about it. And I just heard this quote from Jamie Dimon. He's the CEO of JP Morgan. And this was written, I read it from CNBC. And it says, Dimon, Senator, he was just speaking on Senator Warren. All right. And he said, she uses some pretty harsh language, you know. Some would say vilify successful people, he said. I don't like vilifying anybody. I think we should applaud successful people. And that just made me want to read that real quick. And it makes me think of a few different things, and definitely about the Bible in particular and how God wanted us to have success. He likes us to have success. So there's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of different scriptures that can point to success. Some of them like, you know, Genesis 39, 2 through 6, verse 2 through 6. When he's talking about Joseph and just how Joseph having success, he said in verse 3, he just briefly talked about, well, not briefly, but he was just telling Joseph, Moses was just giving this description, and he said when his master saw that the Lord was with him and the Lord gave him success in everything he did. You know, for us as Christians and for y'all who just may be listening, it is important. Success is an important part of your life. And I know with success, there comes failure. See, there's a lot of different things wrapped up in success for me. You got failure, you got hard work, you have long nights, and you have fun in it as well. And success looks different for different people. Some people happy making $60,000 a year or $20,000 a year because they have their family, they have their good health, their family has good health, and that's what drives them. Just the family environment, and success to them is shown in the kids that they have and see what the kids come up to do. And I think that's the very most important thing when it comes to having success. It's not a monetary value. You know, money is for me, it's I don't know, it's just a way to count the success, but it's not my success. It's just something that I look at. Man, it's like, okay, it helps me get to where I need to get. Obviously we need money to live on the earth, but the success should be in your kids and your family and having that sense of unity within your family, because for a man to be successful and to lose his whole family or lose his soul, that's not success. So I do have a problem with the way we look at success when people are successful in the private or public sectors of the world, and especially in America. So I was thinking about Senator Warren and how she spoke on kind of villainize these individuals who have success or who are billionaires or who are millionaires or successful people in general. And it's kind of interesting because when you look at her dynamic, she is a wealthy woman in her position. She's a professor. She was in law. She made her money, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I think success is a good thing for other people to see. Now, it's only bad if you become envious or in your success you become greedy and all those things. But if you're giving back, you're creating jobs, regardless, that's a blessing to people, because you need people that's going to be willing to create jobs. Now, I'm just briefly speaking on the success in business and success in these jobs that are created to allow all of us to have a place and a platform and an opportunity. We can't forget that success brings opportunity. In order to achieve success, somebody had to give you an opportunity. So you want to have more opportunities so more people can be successful, because the less opportunities you have and the less people are successful, the more they're inclined to do things that are adverse to the fabric of America, the fabric of the world, right? It said you don't work. If you don't work, you don't eat. So you know what comes with not eating. People do anything to feed their kids. They do anything to feed themselves. They do anything to get what they need to get accomplished. So that is the horrifying thing. So when you have people villainize success, or you have those successful people that are looked at as villains, then why would they want to share the wisdom and success with other people? Because that's what we want. We want to be able to have free speech, and in free speech, we want to be able to have freedom, free enterprise, and all these things that capitalism bring. Now, everything in capitalism is not correct, but it's good because it creates things. That's what we want to do. Because see, God is the creator. He allowed us to be, we are his creatures, so we have an innate ability to create things. That's what the human being does in all different levels, whether it's engineering, whether it's gardening, whether it's cooking a meal, whether it's going to get a pail of water and whatever you're going to do with it, whether it's electronics, whatever it is, we all have this innate ability to want to create something, whether it's just life. That ain't, I just say that like it's nothing, but whether you're creating life with your spouse or whatever it is you want to create, whether you're drawing, everything we see in life, all creation. Some people just like to sit in nature and just love it because they're embracing the creation, the things that they may not believe in God, but the things that they see on this earth, they are inspired by. It's all inspiring, right? For us, for me, it's inspiring because I know who did it. And for you, you might know who did it as well. So that's good. If you don't, then I'm going to tell you, hey, Christ, right? So you see this whole world, how it's created by God. The universe is a beautiful place. From just on earth, then you see outer space, and then be able to have lenses to get outer space, to be able to put people on the moon. Those are good successes, and success adds to the dynamics of our culture. It makes us better. It makes us stronger. So I hate when we try to villainize success as if it's something wrong with making money, or if it's something wrong with achieving something, or is there something wrong with being married for 30 years with one person? Like there's something wrong in these successes. So I just want to attack that, because I think it is something that we look at in the wrong way. Not everybody, but just some people, and I'll just specifically speaking about Senator Warren, because it just seems like you want to penalize people for success. And then when we do that, what do we get to learn, right? Why would Bill Gates want to come talk to you if they want to do more to him and look at him as the problem, when he's created more jobs in the world than probably anybody that exists currently right now, right? Computers everywhere. I'm doing this podcast from a computer, and you're able to listen to it because of your phone or some type of device, because of this man's idea. This God gave him a vision, and he was able to accomplish that mission. And then to accomplish that mission, he allowed the world to be more connected. But why would we villainize that? Facebook, all these different platforms, right? Hospitals, everything. We able to have world-class service with these. Like we always talk about first world problems, right? We don't really, America had problems, but it's not like some other parts of the world, right? You get a good sleep at night for the most part. And by the way, I'm still praying for those out there that hopefully, if you see some homeless people around you and you have a blanket or something, or you're able to help them in any type of way, please make sure you do that, because I know right now we have this cold front coming through most of America, and it's below freezing, and that's not good for our people that are stuck out in the street. So if at all you can help. So, that is a success too, because you're helping somebody. See, success for me is, yes, you achieve something. Like my daughter has a poster, and on the poster it says, you dream, you plan, and then you achieve, right? The dream is just the beginning stages of it, because it can't be, you can think about it, you can see the vision, but it really doesn't materialize until you plan it. And then in the planning, you can achieve it. And then that's where you get the success. I think it's success in all phases of a dream. I think it's success in all phases of everything I just mentioned, the dream, plan, to achieve. That's a beautiful thing. And we want to, when people achieve things, we want to celebrate them, and then we also want them to teach us, because that's how it should be. And that's why I always talk about community. That's what leaders do. That's what great leaders do. Even if they have terrible lives sometimes, they're still able to take those great moments and do things with it, right? If you're blessed to have long life and to be able to give back, then you can have that. Now, you may not ever achieve the level of monetary value that a Bill Gates or a Warren Buffett has, but you can still be successful in what you do. And that is maximizing each day that you live, because it's significant, right? Your life is significant, and every area of your life is significant, right? So that's why time is so important, and everything in life you try to plan it out. Now, I know sometimes you're like, let's just go with the flow. Let's stop planning. Let's enjoy life. Yes, because we know we like that just spontaneous nature of things, most of us. Now, I'm not a real spontaneous individual. I kind of like plans. I kind of like knowing, but sometimes it's just like, forget it. Let's just go with it, right? But all these different levels, all these different areas of life, there's success, right? So I want you to look at the success that you have now, because if you're listening to this podcast, the Red Tape Podcast, I know you're having some grand success because we're doing this together, we're growing together. Man, it's just beautiful to be able to we just talk to each other. And I see y'all email me and we have these good conversations and y'all lift me up. I lift y'all up because we're doing this together, man. I can't do nothing by myself, right? Other than sitting here, drink water and talk to myself on this microphone, right? I mean, some days it feels like that, but anyway, so it's a good thing. I appreciate everybody, but just back to the success, the success that we have in life, you want to be able to share with other people. So when we villainize individuals, you're just not inclined to want to share anything, right? But we got to look at each job that is created as a blessing to help in the growth of your community, to help in the growth of your family, because the more money you can generate, the more success you have. If you got a good family at home and you build that family up to be a successful unit, right, you can be able to give them more and provide more opportunity. Because for me, as I said before, success breeds more opportunity. And that's all you want to be able to have, right? Like in my community, African-American communities, they always talk about reparations in that conversation. And a lot of my friends agree who are African-Americans. They all agree that the only reparations we would need is school. Education. We don't need to get a finance. We don't need to get money. We need to learn how to operate with money. And I know it's a lot of us that are learning and understanding how that works, but we need to understand how to use money. We need to understand the value of knowledge first before you can have any currency, right? Any value in currency, because your knowledge will eventually lead you to make good money. You can monetize that in some way, as you hear in some circles. But first you need to learn. That's the one thing that I value a lot, is being able to learn, to have a well of knowledge, and if you don't have the knowledge, to be able to have the resources to gain the knowledge that you need, like Google or any place like that. You're like, hey, I don't know something, hey, Google it, right? That's the household phrase right there. Just Google it. That's the catch-all. You Google it, you're gonna find it, right? So I'm just speaking about that because I just want us to realize that when we look at successful people, let's don't be envious. Let's just get on their page and see what they do. Google their name to see how they came up. What road did they take? Because there's somebody out there that's done something that you like in the area of success that you want to have that can help you get to the path you want to, right? It may even get a little shortcut. Now, there's no shortcuts to success. If you want to have just longevity, you want to have just a foundation of success that lasts beyond your lifetime, then there's really no shortcuts. As much as we want to try lottery and a lot of other things, there's really no shortcuts to success, right? But if you're blessed to win the lottery, then maybe you can utilize that to get that success. But that's a great thing. But most roads to success is long. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it at each step. It's like you have a family, you get married, that's work. Then just having that family, getting married, now you got to deal with the in-laws, you got to deal with all these other people, right? Then your siblings marry somebody, they got to do the same thing, so on and so forth. And each level, as you deal with people, as you deal with yourself, it takes work. But it's all worth it, and that should be counted as success first, right? Having great relationships with people and building that rapport with one another in business and in home, wherever you are, that's good success to me. That's what I think good success should be for everybody. We got to value the family first, because out of the family comes everything. And then you're able to have the good success outside of the family because you got a good foundation at home. Now, I know for some people that's not the case, but that's okay, because you have as long as you surround yourself with a good group of people, then you can have that sustainable success that is out there awaiting you. Now, I'm only just talking about this because that kind of bugged me, because when I hear people look at other people who have made it and roll their eyes or talk bad about them, and I understand not everybody has made money in the way that you think they should make it, right? But I'm always looking at what they've done to change, right? Because you could be doing one thing today and something else tomorrow. Because that's how quick life can change. That's how quick people can turn their lives around. That's one thing that's beautiful about being a Christian and surrendering yourself to Jesus, is that you can see people change overnight. If they really understand and grasp it. Now, you're not going to know everything, but just to understand the concept and how much that means and how that relationship with him, and then you materialize, then that relationship materializes and grows, and then it's like you grow a relationship with him, then you see it in your family, you just see it everywhere, and that's just the exciting part of humanity, exciting part of having a relationship spiritually with Christ, and it's just life is good, and that's success, right? I'm not making $1 million yet. I know I will because I got a plan in place, right? I got a plan in place, hopefully $1 billion, because I know if I can get $1 billion, right, I can help more people. Because I always pray that. I said, God, the more you bless me with, the more I'm going to give, because that's just what I want to do, because I want to see more people have success, because I know the world is better. You find peace when people are able to reach success, right? Now, let me just say this too. In success, there's going to be a lot of wars. I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say it's going to always be fun to dream, plan, and achieve, but it's going to be worth it, because to achieve something is great because you know how hard it was to get there. So that's why I love those success stories, because success always comes with tribulations somewhere in some form or fashion. So I always applaud those who make it. It don't matter what it is. If somebody got paralyzed at a point and then they were able to get their feeling back in their legs, or someone, anything, it doesn't have to be a physical thing. I mean, someone just had all kind of negatives said against them at the word go, right? As soon as they were birthing, they cried. It was all right. Now all hell break loose in your life. But they made it out to finish high school. That's success, right? Then they made it to get an associate's degree. And some people are like, oh, associates, what's that? But then they achieved it because they the first ones to do it. And then they go from there and they just keep going. And they might just get the associates. But then because of the hard work that their kids seen them do, then the kids go get a master's or a doctorate degree. And that's how it works. Because each time we're born, we should be doing something greater than the people that were born before us. Now, it may not be on MLK level, but guess what? Just surviving in a terrible community and thriving to graduate college is MLK type stuff to me, right? I think we downplay too much stuff. We don't see the blessings in everything that we have, because everything is a blessing, brother, sister, for me. Because if it's bad, I learn something from it, it's going to be a blessing, because we're going to turn it good, right? Because if God working on your behalf, it's all good. Even when evil strikes, it's still good, right? That's how it works. That's how it is. That's how it's going to go. That's how it's going to continue to roll. So as we going into this, man, success is good. And we want you to have good success. And everybody over here at the Red Tape Podcast is all about good success. I might just put that tattoo that on my back. Good success for you and me, right? Because that's what I'm here for. That's why I talk every day as much as I can. If I can't get on every day, just know I'm out of pocket. But, man, I want y'all to have good success, because the more success y'all have, then I know the better chance you have for your kids, the better opportunities that are created. Now, what you do with the opportunity is up to you, Americans, especially Americans. You have all this opportunity and you choose to do nothing with it. You sit down and watch Disney, what's the new Disney Plus, Apple TV, Netflix all day. You're not doing anything to edify your body, to change things in your life, and you just woe is me on the couch, Netflix and chill, whatever the case may be in life. Then that's not enough, because to have good success, it means you got to do a lot of work, a lot of hard work. To have good success takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of consistently long nights sometimes, right? But that's only for a short period of time. Just like if I happen to get blessed to go to law school, I know it's going to be 3 years and it's going to be grueling. But it's okay, because it's only a short amount of time to what I could possibly do with it after it's all over. Or if I went and got my PhD, after I finish, the things that I can do with it will just exceed my wildest expectations, because I know my heart, I know my nature, I know the passion that I try to work with, and it's because the success is a it's partly what drives me, but what drives me even more is what I can do for other people. What the example I want to be for other people. The things I want to do for other people is what drives me to want more. That's it. Because I want us to be strong and do this together, because it takes all of us to change this world. As the world turns on its own, right, as God has said it, we must turn in the world away from things that tear us down, break us apart, and let's start building us up, right? Now, you're going to break down success. If you want to have good success, not just success, you're going to break down. You're going to be low times, but you're going to come up. And that's what you got to remember. So when you get those low moments, you might not get that good grade on the test. You might fail 3, 4, 5 times, but it's okay. If you keep going, you're going to get there, right? Hey, that's what we want to talk about today at the Red Tape Podcast, baby. Hey, as always, I'm your host, Demerious Nelson. This is brought to you by For the One Media, where we move progressively forward in a conservative way. Hey, man, if you want to be the change, all you got to do is start changing. Just start doing a little things each day, just a little incremental things each day to help in the change, to help you find that success will go a long way in the future, all right? Y'all have a great day.